Okay, Bochet. Okay, so we start off with some of the water and add 450 grams or 1 pound of raw honey. I really want to make sure I get all of the honey out of the bowl. I probably should have used a jug or something, but I'm using this, so whatever. And then we give it a good old stir. Because I'm using raw solid honey, it's going to take a while for it all to mix in properly. Most of that's mixed in nicely, so I take some out and then add the Bochet honey. I used 900 grams or 2 pounds of raw honey, which I then Bochet'd. I'll leave a Bochet video down below that I followed. I Bochet'd mine for about 40 minutes, and then we give it a good old stir. That won't take very long because it's still quite warm. I saw that there was still a little bit of honey left, so I poured some more water in and decided to make the must. I think I used about half a teaspoon of yeast, and then 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient. It's probably best to check the gravity before putting the yeast stuff in, but sometimes I don't remember, so I just do it after. That came out to 1.062. So if that goes all the way down to 1.000, that will be about 8% ABV. And then we go from primary into secondary. So by now the fermentation should have completely finished. The best way to know that is to take a reading and then wait for a week and take another reading. I tend to just wait for 2 weeks, especially if there's yeast nutrient in there, because it will work pretty quickly. But it is best to check the gravity. I'm just lazy. But it is important to take a reading at every step just to make sure you know exactly how much percentage is happening. I normally wait another 2 weeks and then start to bottle the mead. Of course, taking another reading, this came out to 1.002, so it was about 7.8%. I normally just say just under 8%. And then I take a taste just to check my hard work. Okay, Bochet. It's Bochet time. Let's give this a try then. I don't think I'll like this, just to let you know. It kind of looks like it's... Oh! Yeah. Kind of just realised that I didn't pasteurize it, as people call it. So we'll see how this goes then. Oh, it smells pretty good, actually. It smells better than I remember, but we'll see. You'd kind of think that it's carbonated. Oh dear, do not look at that. Pop it on that. There we go, lovely. Nobody can see that, just throw that one away from the last video. Okay. Right, let's give this a smell. Yep, still smells like beer. I wish I knew what kind of beer it smells like. I'm not a big fan of beer, so I don't really know, but I would guess it's something like Budweiser? I think. I call it old man armpit smell. Because it's just like old and dusty and musty. what you'd imagine that would smell like. And not in a good way. But let's give it a taste, and I wish I didn't pour this much in here. Yeah, that is wild. I wonder if other people think that. I don't think I ever heard anyone say that it tastes like beer. But that's what I'm getting. It's just like, maybe it's the burntness of it. Like, is it possible that I just cooked the honey too quickly and it burnt? Or is that just what caramelized honey smells like? Yeah, I mean, I have had someone try this that does like beer, and they really enjoyed it. So, and I hope that wasn't just to my face. But, you know, you can't win or go. Yeah, it's really hard to say because I'm just thinking about how much I'm not a fan of this. It definitely tastes like it's still fermenting a little bit, so I think it might have, yeah, it might, well, I mean, it popped at the start, didn't it? So, yeah. But there's no sediment on the bottom, so that's positive, I suppose. Yeah, there's not really any tannins to it. I don't think I put. That's the problem with these things. I need to review them before I taste it because I can't remember now. Um, but I don't think I put any tannins in, and it's very evident. It's very. Yeah, it just kind of washes away really quickly, which I like because I don't love the taste of it, but it does stay at the back of your mouth there. So yeah, I mean, if you like beer, definitely try this one because by the looks of it, beer is quite difficult to make. Um, a lot more difficult than this, at least. So yeah, give this one a try. That was a man-made mead, wasn't it? But this is also the first time that I'm tasting real honey, like legit honey, and not just, from the shop. The classic uh, honey from multiple places within and outside the EU. So that sounds like a mysterious concoction, doesn't it? This honey was just from Latvia. Um, I got it off Amazon. I am looking into local honeys though for future videos, but I've got a traditional mead on the go with that one, so I can compare that with my first mead and see just how different it is. I'm getting a lot more of the honey come through now, which is very nice. I've had some shop bought mead recently, and it was just so heavy on the alcohol that I couldn't really taste much. Um, but I would say this is more satisfying than that, really. Um, yeah, it's easier to drink. I don't know, I can't remember. This is how much percentage it has, so I'm guessing it's not that high. I think I was a little low on the honey, so we'll see if memory serves. But yeah, it grows on you over time, but it's still that burntness. I'll have to see if there's something I can do further on aging it to really tone down that taste. Otherwise, I'll just have to make do with not making it again, um, which is fine because caramelizing the honey was a bit of a effort, really. You don't want to put in effort when you make home alcohol, do you? Oh, wow. Yeah, I still prefer that than any beer I've had. Well, maybe not any beer. Maybe only a couple of beers I've had, but those are signature beers. So, yeah. So I would just say definitely if you like beer, especially if you like a more bitter taste, definitely try this one. But otherwise, you know, don't. Ah, I win.